So in this video, all we want to do is actually make sure we add in an image here as well, so we can display an image for the article. So let's create a migration in here where we say PHP as make migration, add image to articles table. So let's head into add image to articles table. For now, we will leave this as a string. We just want to call this path or thumbnail path. And we want to have this as unique, and we want to have this as nullable because we're adding it in later. So with this migrated now, let's also make sure we have a down one here. So in here, I just want to say dot thumbnail path. And outside of that, all I want to go ahead and do now is using Mary UI, go into the file upload section here. So inside the file upload section, we can essentially crop images. So if we go ahead and add this into our app.later.php file, just like that, and then we can go ahead and just say X file and upload image. And what we can go ahead and do then is we can go up and say X file here. Just gonna move this accept image PNG for now. And for now, we will just not display anything, but we can add in the image later on. So if we go in now, make sure we obviously use the xMary component as the prefix. There we go. We should then be able to click here and we can select something. So right now, I don't really have any image available here, but what we can go ahead and say is we can call this thumbnail. The JPG, and then let's go ahead and keep it like that. So only other thing I want to go ahead and do now is say article form dot thumbnail path. So in here, all we really need to do is we actually just need to have a validate in here with a required, and then just a public boolean, which is not going to be an array, but the empty one here, and we just want to say thumbnail path. And then other thing we want to do is we want to go into the component where we store the article. In here we want to go ahead and say use with file uploads for Livewire. We don't need this die-dump anymore, so let's go ahead and leave it like that, and let's go ahead and see what we get. Although we could have the die-dump in just to see what we get, but we don't really need it, and we are going to start redirecting. So if we go ahead in here, and in an image, you can see we can then crop it as we fancy. We then click test 1, test 1, test 1. And then here we'll say this must be an array, and that's just autocomplete. Let's go ahead and refresh again. And let's click create article. And there we go. So in here, the only issue now is the thumbnail path isn't specified as well inside the article model. So if we head into the project here, we could see in the database there, or we can just go in and try again and see what happens. and then thumbnail path is currently stored like this. So this presents a problem with the way we are creating the model in here. So what we can go ahead and do is we can get the path where we're storing it. In this case, it would just be /path. So if you go ahead and see in here, we could add this as an array if it was multiple files. Currently it's not. So what I want to go ahead and do is inside the new post model, and we're going to be working more on this in the next video, but all I'm going to go ahead and do now is just go ahead and say array merge, and then add in the thumbnail path. We could either add in with array validate only, or we could do something along the lines of creating in an array. So we could, for example, say we want to just type them all in manually here. But I'm going to leave that to next video, but just giving you some examples of how this could be done. So in the next video, we're going to store the image, and then we're going to, after that, show the article page. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please hit the like and subscribe button if you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.